Welcome into Anime Plus, episode 79? Yeah, I think so. Let me look. I don't have the script up. I got it up now. It is episode 79. Welcome into the show. Hopefully you're having a great day today. Now I'm looking at the camera.
Okay.
I'm Alex with Sparky3. Again, hopefully having a phenomenal day, whatever day you're listening, or perhaps watching this podcast over at youtube.com/Sparky3. Give us a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, be a friend, tell a friend. You already heard his voice. I got Zach here too. Zach, how you doing? How you feeling?
I'm doing good. Ready to go after skipping a week.
Yeah. We had to skip a week last week. Back at it this week. Then to immediately go into a break next week.
Yep.
That's on me, though. Had some stuff pop up last week. No big deal. And then next week, taking a break. I've got some stuff popped up as well. My lady's been out of the country for like a month now, and she's going to be back, so I'd like to see her. So taking a break next week. But next week, though, Terrible Football Show is coming back, though. Next week, we do have a Terrible Football Show episode coming back with our newest co-host as well. We got a fourth man on the team. Pretty excited for that. And then a couple weeks after that, we have a Terrible Football Show kicking off with live shows, starting with the August 2nd.
So is our goal for Terrible Football Show to at some point by like the 12th season or so just have a long round couch with just a full football team worth of casters on it?
Yes.
Okay.
I want 32 people on this show for all 32 NFL teams. That is the plan.
Okay. Just want to make sure.
Or at least like 16 people, because we the way we do everything is like, hey, who's your number one, who's your number two team? And as of now, we're all different. So it's like, I'm Chicago and Jacksonville. Tyler is Seattle. Tyler is Buffalo and New York, and also I guess Houston, because he's just like so dick hard for long neck Davis Mills. And then now Ricky is Cowboys and Raiders, and then Shane is Seahawks and Denver. So we're filling out the league right now. So I want enough people to fill out the league. That's the plan.
My only football team is the Devil Bats.
What the fuck is the Devil Bats?
It's from iShield 21.
Oh, that's right. Well, I've only watched like 2 episodes of that.
I mean, they're the Devil Bats, man.
Yeah, sooner or later I need to finish up and pick up that manga again. But anyway, we do have some summer stuff to chat about today, because you've got Overlord Season 4 that kicked off.
Woo!
I watched a couple shows. One of them I'll dive into a little bit more than the other. We got Meme Quest, of course. And then, dude, a very, very hype back-to-back set of episodes for Summertime Rendering. Like, seriously, I made a tweet about this. It's such a damn shame that Summertime Rendering is trapped behind Disney Plus in just another country, Yeah. It really is, dude. Because, like, if it was just naturally available to everyone on Disney Plus or
on
Crunchyroll, bro, it would be popping off. I mean, it's winning awards right now, I noticed. Like summer awards or something like that. It won like best psychological thriller and stuff. Like, it won like 3 or 4 awards from what I saw. It is such a damn shame that show is trapped the way that it is, because it is so good. Episode 12 and 13 were absolute bangers.
I mean, I assume so, because after you watched me, you felt the need to blow up my Discord.
Man, they were so good. And I want to stress, normally when we take these break weeks, we don't like talking about the back-to-back episodes. Maybe shout something out, whatever. But like, episode 12 was just so hype. I can't not talk about it here today. I mean, there was so much great stuff that happened in episode 12. Episode 13 was very good as well. But 12 was like, peak. We also got a new intro with episode 13, and it's a banger. Really like it. So Summertime Rendering is doing some good shit right now. I'm pretty pumped up. But if you could, go check us out over at Twitter at Anime Podcast. Appreciate that follow there. As well as go check out some let me grab it here. Some Rogue Energy. Use our affiliate link. Let me go to both of us. Boom, there we go. He's got the Momo shaker. Very anime-esque.
Unfortunately, you can't buy this. Only one, sorry.
Yeah. Shout out to Momo Mischief. But yeah, get some Rogue. Use our referral link down below. Been getting some good pop-offs there. Looking forward to that. And you can just use promo code Sparky3 for 10% off your order. Definitely hit that up. We have a lot of recommendations. I'm drinking currently the Hydration Dragon Fruit Mango. I recommend that. Strawberry Kiwi, great for the energy line. I like the sour candy quite a bit for the energy line. Pina colada is great as well.
I'm currently drinking pink lemonade right now from Energy.
Okay, pink lemonade. I did try that in the sample. Pretty solid. Probably going to pick that up. Lots of recommendations. Yeah, so definitely grab some Rogue. You can get the starter kits pretty cheap and give it a shot. We also have a couple new sponsors here. Not necessarily for Anime Plus, but, it is still within the Sparky 3 umbrella, of course.
I can only hope.
Got to shout it out. You only hope what?
I can only hope with one of our new sponsors, Swift Grips, which I need to try those at some point.
I've got some on the way. I've got some around on the way right now.
If we can get some traction there, we can get a custom one that just has anime faces on it.
Oh, that'd be great. That'd be amazing. Yeah, dude. Yeah,
If it may not be anime, we can try and force it.
Yeah, I'll reach out. I'll see what we can do. Yeah, shout out to Swift Grips. They reached out to me recently for a partnership. Make sure to hit the link down below. Use our promo code GameStatic and pick up some new grips for your controllers. It doesn't matter if you're doing Xbox, PlayStation. They got both, lots of different colors, best grips in the market. If you got some sweaty hands like me, I have horribly sweaty hands at all times. Then you know the importance of, you don't want your hands being horribly sweaty in a very high stakes situation in an FPS game where your fingers are slipping all over the controller. Because that does happen to me, because I have just brutally sweaty hands. For the record, Bakugo's quirk would be perfect for me, straight up, because I have the most sweatiest palms in the land. But yeah, you get some grips. They're pretty solid. Lots of different color options. Cheap entry point too. Very cheap entry point. Pick up some grips. Show some support. And also, use our referral link down below and go check out some Red Dragon gear for your computer. I have supported Red Dragon for years. Like literally, I don't know if I can actually pick it up for the camera. I can barely. Yeah, Red Dragon keyboard right here. Red Dragon mouse pad, Red Dragon mouse here. I got another Red Dragon mouse right there. I've supported Red Dragon for years. I absolutely love Red Dragon. Cannot recommend them enough. Use our referral link down below. Promo code GameStatic as well to get you some % off. Get new keyboard, new mouse pad. I got a bunch of other stuff too.
I mean, the Red Dragon gear does look nice. My only thing with it is, do they have a trackball?
That's right. I always forget you're a trackball user. I'm not sure actually. I would have to go look. That's such like a 1999 thing. So
I'm sorry, there was a trackball. I learned to use it.
I would have to go look. But yeah, use our referral link down below. Promo code GameStatic as well. Show some support to the other show. Support for the brand. Hey, we're popping. We're popping. We got some other stuff coming too. I think. So we got some good stuff popping off. And then, of course, sign up to our website, sparky3.com. You sign up for free or sign up $5 a month. Woo. Join the Discord. With that said, before we really jump into stuff, first shout out, since we took a break last week, we didn't get a shout out. Solo leveling anime.
That shit popped off at
Let's
Anime
go.
Expo.
Let's go. About damn time.
Like, they showed off clips for some of the series that are coming out here in our winter season, like Blue Lock, the Blue Lock scene you sent me that they showed off at Anime
that
Expo,
looks so
which
good.
was fucking solid.
So good.
But then they announced solo leveling,
Yep.
and that shit blew up.
Dude, because like not only like did it blow up because it's like so popular over Webtoon stuff, but dude, the team.
Oh, the team is fucking awesome.
A1, I think is what it was,
Yeah,
right?
A1's doing
So
animation.
I'm pumped for that. Hikaru Sawano doing music.
Music.
Very excited. I
Fucking
love it, even though his tracks are very strangely named.
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't make sense, but I'm so pumped for that. I love Hiroyuki Sawano, so I'm pumped for that. Bro, I'm pumped.
I'm waiting for more information because I need to know how long this is going to be, because the entire series is done, both light novel and manga, or webtoon. So we have all of the content.
Yep. So it's like it's gonna be one.
Don't cuck us.
Yeah, like I would imagine they'll probably break it up into seasons.
They're gonna cuck us.
Yeah, they're gonna. It's not gonna be just one run, like kind of like what Shaman King was,
or Dragon Quest,
or Dragon Quest for you. Like it's gonna be probably seasons, because I mean the first season will probably end after the island.
Probably.
Yeah, that'd be my best guess.
Well, it might actually end before the island.
Yeah, I guess it could. Yeah. Well, it depends on if it's gonna be like a 12 episode or a 24.
Yeah, fair enough.
If it's gonna be 24, I'd say the island.
Yeah.
But if it's 12, yeah, in before then. But no, very excited for that. And and the thing is, like, I think they're gonna give this some legit justice because of how amazing the webtoon and light
I can
novel
only
is.
hope so. But
if A1's doing it, I have nothing but faith, because they did such a great job for 86.
My only thing that was interesting is like the visual they have up for like the trailer and whatnot. When I first saw it, I did not recognize that as Solo Leveling's MC, whose name alerts me right now.
I agree. When I what Shinwoo or Jinwoo?
Jinwoo.
Yeah, when I looked at him, like, damn, is that really what he looked like early on?
Like, it's such a stark difference. I was like, damn, is that Jinwoo? Okay.
Yeah, it was such a difference from what he looked like, from by the time we were reading it there at the end and stuff. So very excited for that. Blue Lock did look absolutely incredible. Been getting a lot of Bleach stuff been popping off here soon. And I'm
Bleach stuff.
I'm really curious about how they're going to handle the Bleach stuff, because I would imagine they're just going to run it till it's done, right?
Yeah.
Like, I don't think they would do an Attack on Titan thing
where they
break it up into parts. So, I had if you haven't seen it yet, I had a fangirl video come out the other day for all the fall anime right here on the channel, youtube.com/Sparky3. So make sure you go check out that video. I said in that video where it's just like, I would imagine they're just going to run it till it's done. So that means
Yeah.
it's going to start in fall and end like what, in spring?
Probably.
So I mean, it's going to have a good run for us. You know, I would imagine. I don't know the exact amount of chapters it's technically covering. I haven't got there yet in my reading. I'm working on it right now.
It's a decent amount of chapters because I mean it started and it didn't end for like almost 2.5 years.
Yeah. So super pumped for that one for sure. Yeah, a lot of good stuff out of the Anime Expo.
See, I'm just real quick on Solo. I'm hoping it's gonna be a straight through and not split because
Yeah.
at least in that trailer video, they're using a lot of shots and chapters from later parts.
Okay.
And I'm just like, don't tease me with a shit if you're not gonna animate it.
That's fair. So they may just run the whole thing through. Yeah. That's pretty pumped. That's pretty exciting. Pretty exciting. Anime Expo had a lot of good shit, man.
Anime Expo was fantastic this year.
A lot of good stuff popped up. I can't get over how great Blue Lock looked.
We really need to go next year.
Anime Expo.
Yes.
Where do they have it at?
I would have to double check.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, yeah. I'm down for trying something like that because I was thinking about that the other day. It's just like I'd be down to like try to hit up like E3 or Summer Game Fest next year for game aesthetic stuff. I know that's gonna be expensive, but I've always wanted to go. I've always wanted to go to E3. But I'd be down to hit up some Anime Expo too because that shit pops up. Oh, it's in LA. Yeah, it's in LA, isn't it?
Is it LA?
Yeah,
Okay.
I think it's LA.
I was thinking it was somewhere else, but
Yeah,
okay.
it's in LA. So I mean, I'd be down for trying to hit something like that next year. I think that'd be pretty dope. I can't think of anything else to shout out. I guess the only other thing, because I didn't mention it, shout out to the Josh body pillow. It is on the screen right now for me and you. It's down in the corner as it was. Shout out to Josh. I guess I should also kind of address that. Josh is not coming back to the show. That is official. Because we've never addressed it. We've always opened it up where he would come back, you know. But we've talked to Josh not too long ago, and this I guess really more goes out to our long time Anime Plus listeners. You know, anyone that's like started listening to us, they have no idea who the fuck that dude is on the pillow, no clue. But no, he is leaving the show just because the recording schedule doesn't work out for him. But he's set to join Game Static at some point.
You know what that means?
What?
I need to get a larger pillow.
Yeah, we do. You know, because wrong thing. I need to click over here. No. There we go. Yeah, just get a large pillow, you know, set right there in the full recliner, you know.
You know what I really need to do?
Huh?
I need to get a stuffed hippo with his face on it.
Oh my God, yes. Yeah, get the hippo. Shout out to Josh and the hippo, baby. Let's go. Shout out Josh. Oh man. But yeah, that, like I said, that just goes out to the long term. Wrong one again. Got it. I did the same thing with. Did you notice with Game Static?
Yes.
Where I kept hitting I was like, look, man, this is part. It's all part of the charm, though.
And you going, we're just gonna leave it here. When Zach gets back, he can do whatever.
Yeah, exactly. Like, you do whatever you want, but as long as I'm in charge, we're staying on the screen. Where all of us are on here. And I don't have to change it, and that's just what we're doing. And get over it. It's whatever. All right, so let's jump into some summer anime, and I'm gonna continue to give Class from the Elite another shot. There's another show that I was gonna try as well called Engage Kiss. I was gonna try that one. I meant to watch it the other day.
I saw that. That seems interesting.
It's an original.
Is it?
Yeah, it has no source material.
Okay.
So I was gonna check it out, but then I had to go take care of something. I remember I literally had the episode queued up on my TV. I was like, all right, let's get into this. I'm like, oh fuck no, I gotta go do this. But anyway, I'll let you start. We have Overlord season 4. What are you, like 2 or 3 episodes in now?
I'm 2 episodes in.
How's Overlord going for you?
I mean, it's about what I expected because, so this is season 4, and we've had a bunch of stuff, and each season's had a sort of its own theme. And so far from the first 2 episodes, it seems like this one's going to follow very much closely on how Ainz and him now claiming a country for himself, the Sorcerer Kingdom, and how he's going to interact with the other kingdoms that have already been established. Because the previous season was him letting people aware, we're here, we're a force to be reckoned with, I'm going to take this country now.
Right.
And so the first episode was sort of just the aftermath of him taking that country and how people see him more or less as a magical tyrant. As it, like, there's a shot towards the end of the episode where he's just walking in the streets and everything, and people are just gathering in their houses and going back inside, shuttering their windows, even though he's in full control. Mm. There's a whole moment where he goes to the Adventurers Guild that he was secretly going to when he was his other personal naughty Mamon, who's a adamantian adventurer. And he's just like, he's talking to the guild master wanting to absorb the guild into the forces and just none of the Avenger Guild just usually doesn't stick with the government and whatnot. And he's just like, you're planning on just handing over him to Guild, aren't you? Just sending off all your adventures and whatnot. He's just like, is this what you call adventuring? Just killing and whatnot? I want to give adventurers true life, truly exploring, finding unknown treasures and everything. More or less giving this whole spiel about how the adventures now are just nothing more than just paid lapdogs and just like to get the true adventure spirit of we're going to discover more of this world. Turning the guild leader, I was just like, I like this idea. I'll join you. And then the second episode was one of the other kingdoms, which is a name I can never pronounce, is like Rietzia or something like that. And sort of what they're going on with how they're dealing with the now creation of the Sorcerer Kingdom with Ein sending a delegation, which is his second, Albedo, who's super yondery for him because of something he did back in season 1. She only loves him and straight up yondery. And more or less her interacting with the nobles and whatnot, but it's from their perspective, not hers and everything. And then getting a real interesting reveal at the end of the episode of just the princess of that kingdom, who it's shown that she has a twisted side for this knight character who she has serving her, where she more or less sees him as her puppy.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah. She apparently at some point already began serving Albedo and Ainz, because there's a whole meeting last scene at the end of the episode where her and Albedo are in a room talking together, and she's kneeling saying, we've done all this stuff. He's setting up a puppet to make a new political faction within the kingdom and all this fun stuff, and just, so the princess is already working with him. Neat. So I can only assume episode 3 is going to be dealing with one of the other kingdom that's already referenced, that Demigoose, our vampire guy, who's like the third in command, who's got a plan working for that.
Okay. So far, doing pretty well for you then. A couple episodes in. I know you've been pretty pumped up for this one. For a while.
I've been big into Overlord for a while. I mean, yeah, no, it's definitely interesting because it's more or less just expanding on the whole kingdom thing and everything, and just each season has had a different theme. Where the first season was just initial setting up, hey, we're now in this new world, let's figure out our spot. Second was setting up their territory and really getting themselves involved with the world's politics. Third, letting people know we're here. And fourth, just looks like it's going to be very kingdom based on how they're taking the kingdom and everything.
Okay.
With this last season and this season, it's been a ramped up sort of arc, because the third season was also very initially slow, just setting up everything that's going on and then leading to the big fights and everything at the end of it. And it looks like it's going to be the same for this season. So
Okay. Right on. I guess from there, I'll jump over to Lycoris Recoil. I'm not really sure how to feel about this one. I mean, I've watched both of I think there's only 2 episodes out right now. I think only 2. And I'm really not sure how to really feel about this one. All right, so I will say, if you go into this show, right, and have like no expectation of what this show is, like you don't read anything about it, you literally just be like, oh, there's anime girls. Let's just click this episode, whatever. Because that's the cover photo,
okay,
right?
Cool.
Yeah, just hit that and just jump into it, and you don't do anything else. It's going to be a very jarring shakeup immediately.
See, I don't know because you've told me this already, and I wasn't sure because I didn't notice with that visual the hard split it has.
Right.
Because like it has that top half that's nice and daylight, and they all seem happy. Then it has that split with the dark. And I noticed that they're holding guns and weapons. I was like, the fuck?
Yeah, like you did, but you jump into the first episode, right? Like, even if you do see that, you can get a guess, like, okay, they were going to get some serious action going on in some capacity. But like, just like how they set up the first episode was very well done. Like, at least the first few minutes. Like, I was reading comments as well on Crunchyroll, and everyone was just like, those first few minutes fucking had me rolling, because it starts off with like you see some girl getting ready for school, getting her hair ready, getting dressed, like it's all completely normal life. You see girls walking down the street, just living life, getting ready to go to school, and all of a sudden you just start seeing them just like pull people in the bushes and fucking shooting them and murdering them. And that's just what's happening the entire first few minutes. Just, you see these girls just pulling people off to the side and just shooting with a silencer. It's just like, oh my god. So like it's kind of jarring for at first, but like in a very comedic way. You know what I mean? Like it's done very well in that capacity. Now, in true Alex Light fashion, I don't know these girls' names. I do not remember because I'm not like completely sold on this. So I didn't bother to use the brain capacity to remember their names. But I will say this. Now, this is what I told you. Our two main characters very heavily remind me of like season 1 Yashahime, Toa, and Setsuna, because like one is all like happy-go-lucky and one's like, oh fuck, I hate the world. Like that's kind of like the gist, the vibe that I get from, and like even like their character design is the same way. Like Toa with the white hair, it's bright. Setsuna with the darker hair, dark. And same thing, like the one character is like a dark blue sort of attire, dark hair, and the other one's like a whitish hair, whatever, with like a white or a red, attire. So it's like very bright and dark. So it's very kind of the same theme there. But like basically all these girls are part of like a giant assassination organization, right? And where the story kind of takes place and where I'm kind of I don't really know the direction of the show. And this is what I mentioned to you privately is I didn't know what the direction was going to be. And I still kind of don't know.
With episode 2?
Yeah, because like after reading the description, where it's like literally like the last line of the description shows like what other wacky adventures will they get into? I'm like, oh no, don't tell me it's gonna be one of those. Because like you have like what I'm gonna call the Setsuna character. She's going on some mission, whatever, as well as a bunch of other of the Lycoris Recoils. I think they're just called Lycoris. I'm not sure. The assassins, essentially the assassin girls. They're all on a mission, and there's one particular person that got like injured or something. And it was kind of like a high stakes sort of situation, and they were all under orders to like do this, do that. And that Setsuna girl said, fuck this, and pulls out a giant minigun and starts blasting down the building.
Damn.
And they're like, what the fuck? She could have died. And she's like, yeah, but did she? Like, but did she die? Is she hurt? No. Like she's fine. So after that, this Setsuna character got demoted.
Okay.
She got demoted, and now she's working with, our Toa character, who is considered like one of the top like chorus assassins, whatever. But she's like top of the top, but at the bottom of like where she's working. But she's one of the best agents, but working in one of the most like the bottom tier sort of missions.
Okay.
Because like once they meet and they start going on their daily jobs, it's like legit like the most basic ass daily jobs, like going to a daycare and dropping this off, going here and dropping this off, like, and like the Setsuna character is like, what do you guys even do? It's just like, oh well, these are all important customers. So and there was some action bits like in the first episode as well, because like there was like some mutual friends of theirs, or of our Toa character at least, who like took a picture with her new boyfriend or something, and just so happens when she takes the picture, like holding it up, like behind her is a window where there's like an arms deal going down. So just so happens that's
plot convenience.
Yeah, complete plot convenience. So now she's and of course put this on social media. So now she's being hunted down, whatever. And like the big theme with our Toa character is like she values like everyone's life. So when there's the Setsuna character and this, the friend are walking down the street there, and she knows that they're being followed. So she essentially lets the friend character be bait. She's like, oh, here, go ahead. I gotta go do something. And she just goes around the corner and lets the other person get fucking kidnapped, and then just starts shooting up the van, trying to kill the kidnappers and stuff like that. Actually trying to kill them and hurt them. Meanwhile, when our Toa character, the top tier agent, comes into play, she's using non-lethals. Like she doesn't hurt any criminals. Like she used non-lethals. She values everyone's life. The one guy that got hurt, from the actual bullets on his arm, got a shot in his arm. She's like bandaging up and everything. She's like, oh, we value all life here, So I don't know, like, second episode, introduced another character as well, named Walnut, who literally walked around in a giant squirrel outfit the whole time, where he's like a top tier hacker and going up against another top tier hacker. It's constant gunfight throughout the whole episode.
So he just squirrel themed?
Yeah, basically. Yeah.
Even like his viruses and stuff?
Basically.
Okay,
yeah,
cool.
Yeah. It was a giant gunfight throughout the whole episode trying to, get Walnut out of the area. Walnut ended up completely getting gunned down, though. Like, completely. He stepped out of a building and just completely just shot down to the ground. So it's like, all right, well, that kind of ends that, I guess. Turns out they didn't die, though. The bodysuit was bulletproof.
I never expected them to be dead based on what your descriptions are.
Yep, no. So they were carrying a briefcase the whole time as well. So the actual hacker known as Walnut was in the briefcase. It's a little girl who's like this tall, and she's
How
hiding.
big of a briefcase?
Like it was probably about that tall. Like
Okay, so it was more
suitcase.
suitcase.
Sorry, yeah.
Okay.
It was like about that tall. Just kind of like a rectangle suitcase. They were just rolling around, and Walnut was inside there the whole time. One of the other people that work at the shop with them, they were in the bodysuit, which was bulletproof, and they had the suit set up where it's like when it gets like pierced with bullets and stuff, like it'll shoot out like fake red blood, so they thought that it was dead. So I don't know. Like I don't feel like there's a direction for this show. Like our Setsuna character, like her goal is to get back up to the rank that she was, get back up to the the order that she was in or whatever, and the Toa character is gonna help her get there. But like I don't feel like there's a damn direction for this show other than it just being like over the top, like hard gunfights and just like cute anime girls with guns. I don't feel like there's a direction. I just checked it out because I don't know what else to watch.
If you want anime girls with guns, go watch Gunslinger Girls.
Yeah. Also, I just noticed something. My camera hella zoomed in on me. Let me zoom this out. I mean, like again, I don't know. I mean, it's all right. Like, let me zoom this thing out. There we go. I did notice when I was going on my spill, I did notice the thing like light up white. And I'm like, oh, you have to like zoom in on me or something. All right, we'll keep that up. But I mean, like, it was okay. I mean, I had nothing to really write home about. It was all right. We'll see if I keep watching it.
You know a series that you might like?
What?
Black Summoner, which is airing right now.
Okay, now Black Summoner is one that was on my radar, but there's not like an actual way to watch it. I have to like find a different place. I didn't find it's not on Crunchyroll, is it?
It is on Crunchyroll.
Oh, okay. In that case, I'll probably watch it.
It just uploads on I think Fridays.
Oh, okay. I guess I just haven't seen it.
Because only one episode's out as of recording this.
Did you watch it?
Yeah.
How is it?
It's good. Well, okay.
That's one that I was thinking about watching.
Let me rephrase that. The first episode's very basic because it's set up. It's Nisekai, dude, joining Nisekai world. He's figuring stuff out. But it was interesting enough that I reading the manga, which is 90 chapters in, and if the animation does justice, this is gonna have some great fight scenes.
Okay. And you recommend it then?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I saw that on the Anime Live chart, and it was one that I was thinking about watching. I just didn't, because I didn't see it on Crunchyroll. But now that I do know for sure it's on Crunchyroll, I'll probably actually watch it tonight. Because I have been watching some more shows recently for sure. Because like in my gaming world, I am at a dead halt right now because of Three Hopes.
Rip. Did you finish your playthrough?
No, not yet. I'm getting
Rip.
I know, man. So I know this is gaming related, but I still want to chat about it. So I did hit a nice stretch the other night where I finally sat down and I'm like, all right, we're gonna fucking get through all these side missions. Let's fucking do this. I'm gonna force myself through it, and I did the main mission, all good. But then after that, like it hit me with like back to back like quick missions, like no map stuff, just main missions only.
Okay.
So I mean, one boom, 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 and I'm like, and I was having a fucking time. I was loving it, and then I got back to the map, and I'm like, fuck, I don't want to do this right now.
I almost wonder if it might be better because it says that you get a better bonus score if you do the main mission with the minimal side missions. So just map the quickest way to get to it.
I will say that's what I did. I did not do
Okay.
all the side missions when I was on the map for that long one where it was like 7 side missions to do to get there. I went the shortest way possible. It's like I'm getting so drained by these. I don't know why it's so draining compared to like doing all of like paralog battles and stuff. Not paralog battles, but like just like any of the bullshit battles in Three Houses where you get extra gold or materials or meat. Like I did those without a second guess. You know what I mean? I would always plan one day of the month to do nothing but battles, paralogs, whatever. Never bat an eye. But all these, man, I don't know why. It's just draining me.
Because it's tactics versus action.
Yeah, I guess.
Because, I mean, with those games, it's more or less a thing of whatever your characters is. Unless you just do a setup and you mow everything down.
Yeah.
And it's you versus the tactics aspect is... It's not as draining because you can use all your characters effectively versus
Right. That's fair.
you just actively having to control everyone for the quickest method.
Yeah, I will say there for a long time because I was enjoying all the side missions for a while. I was using like characters that I don't use as much, and letting them get a chance to get level ups and stuff. And I would make sure they'd be effective for the map and stuff. But now that I'm at this point, fuck that. I'm just doing my main character. I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna mow everything down as quick as possible. But anyway, back to anime stuff. So another one that I did I did check out, and I watched pretty much the entire first season and the couple episodes of season 2 all within a 24-hour period, and that is Rent a Girlfriend. And as soon as I told you that, you immediately was like, yeah, I figured you'd like Rent a Girlfriend. Yeah. I don't know how much there is to really talk about Rent a Girlfriend, though. I mean, it's just your standard, like, bullshit kind
It's
of
a
like.
rom-com.
Yeah, it's just a rom-com. It's not like there's a whole lot to break down. I mean, I enjoyed it a lot. Like, I mean, I will say also, I read 243 chapters in less than 24 hours as well. I read the entirety of Rent a Girlfriend manga.
Okay.
But even though that's the case, like I'm not like completely head over heels with this show or series. It's just it's a fun time. That's the bottom line. It's a fun watch. It's a fun read. It's kind of how I feel towards Nagatoro because that's how I felt when I watched season 1 of Nagatoro. I was like, it was just a fun watch.
I was about to say, I mean, it's not a series that you're gonna be like overly hyped out and pushing, but it is an enjoyable series.
Yeah.
It's not mediocre. It's just at that good point of it's not like over the top, but it's not mediocre or just average. It's in that nice sweet spot where it's like it's not the best. It's not like, oh my god, I need this, but it's that enjoyable ride.
Yeah, I 100% agree. That's what it is. And even though that kind of contradicts the fact where it's like, Alex, you read 243 chapters in less than 24. That is true. But like I have noticed that when it comes to me binge reading that sort of stuff, it's always rom-coms. They're easy to read. They're very easy and quick to read. Like Nagatoro only has like 100-something chapters, and whenever I decided to read it after watching season 1, I read it in like a few hours. You know, because they only had like 90 or 80 something at the time. You know, 243 for Rent a Girlfriend, less than 24 hours. Mage and Demon Queen, when our guy Zach recommended to me, I read all of that in less than 24 hours. Age Matters, I read up to that to whatever the latest chapter was in like 48 hours. Like, I don't know, rom-coms are easy to read. They're not like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just, they're quick reads. Quick, fun reads, at least in my opinion. I will say, like, while I'm enjoying the series, it's a fun watch. I don't know how much there is to really talk about every single week. But I will say for the manga, while it's fine for me because, like, I'm just now new to the series, I see a lot of comments with the manga where people are really just getting completely sick of the manga and where it's going because, like, everyone that's like, these are all people that's been reading it for a while and reading it weekly, where they're just like, yo, just fucking end this. You know what I mean? Just end this. Like, everyone's just like, yo, this author's dragging shit out worse than the Tokyo Revengers author. Like, I see comments like that all the time, right? And I do agree, and I see comments and where it's just like, Jesus Christ, we're 243 chapters in, and we're still getting the same fucking reactions from Kazuya every single week. You know, like the inner monologues. We're just, oh my god, Mr. Hart is so cute. You know, and just shit like that. It's just like, come on, we're 243 chapters in. We're at a point where we don't need that inner monologue. Just let his facial expressions do the talking. And a lot of people's like, hell, if anything, give us like her inner monologue now. You know what I mean? And like with where it is at the manga currently, I can see people's frustration that's been reading it for a while because not long ago, like in the 220s, we had the big pivotal moment that everyone has probably been waiting for since the show was introduced, right? And even now, it's still this like, instead of like fully capitalizing that pivotal moment, it's just like, I'll get back to you. It's like, really? Really?
And that seems to be a trap with like rom-coms and whatnot, just in general with some, and that's why they tend to like that is because like rom-coms at times sit in that box for a long time of just playing that relationship, and it doesn't feel like, even though time is passing in the relationship, that the character's mental development happens.
Yeah.
Which is what makes Blue Box such a fucking out there, because there's just like straight up, yeah, we're just gonna do this now.
Yeah, Blue Box just goes with it. You know what I mean? Like, I don't feel like Blue Box is gonna be one that's gonna like drag out like 200-something chapters. You know what I mean?
We can only hope.
You can only hope if it's done right. That's the main thing. Another one involving Tokyo Revengers that I thought was funny. It's just like, do you know the character Ruka in Rent a Girl? Okay, there was one person's comment on the latest chapter of Rent a Girlfriend where it's just like, the dude was like, Jesus Christ, Mikey's gonna get saved before Ruka and Kazuya break up. And I'm just like, bruh, that's true at this point. Because like I said, 240 in, man.
Oh, that hurt. That hurt me. Oh, shit.
Mikey's going to get saved before that. Damn, bro. Oh, man.
Oh, damn, that would hurt.
No, I mean, Rent a Girlfriend's fun, though. I mean, the few episodes of season 2 so far, I mean, it's enjoyable. I mean, it's just a fun watch.
Yeah.
Not a lot to talk about. And I will say, watching Rent a Girlfriend for this summer season, I'm going to try to talk about it every week. It will give me an opportunity to see, okay, should I actually talk about Nagatoro come January? You know what I mean? Because it's the same concept. It's just bullshit rom-com. I mean, in terms of Nagatoro's case, they fit like
I was about to say, I think Nagatoro is a bit different though, because Girlfriend has like an actual set storyline and everything.
Yeah.
Where Nagatoro is just sort of like
random, completely
just
random.
Specific events that happen in their life. There's no real connection to them.
Because in a single episode, it will be like 2 separate like episodes into one, essentially. Like you remember how old cartoons would have like a 30-minute show, but it'd be 15 minutes this, 15. It's like that. That's Nagatoro.
It's in the similar style as Hitalia, Axis Powers, and I believe it's called Tetu Tennis Players.
Yeah. I will say I'm super curious about where season 2 of Rent a Girlfriend's going to go, because it's 13 episodes. And, right off the bat, we get introduced to the whole plot line of, her wanting to be an actress and stuff and had the play and everything. And she didn't get the part in the bigger play, the bigger opportunities that she wanted, even though she crushed it in this play. And was just kind of feeling really defeated. And that's when Kazuya, in true Kazuya fashion, just started completely yelling in public, making a giant scene. Just not to give up on your dreams and shit like that. And everyone's just looking at her, like looking at him like, what the fuck are they yelling about? Like, which happens so often in this, all the time. So I am curious how far we're going to go because there is that plot line stretches for a while in the manga. So season 2 starts about I think it was chapter 50. Right? Okay. And that whole storyline, because it all wraps up into another huge moment in the manga. I mean, dude, it goes to 165.
Damn.
So the whole movie stuff and the acting stuff, that's a pretty big plot line. So I'm kind of, it's only 13 episodes. So I am kind of curious how far they're going to kind of go with this. And, because I already just reading basically the season 1 content, reading those first 50 chapters, I did notice various little tidbits here and there that were cut, including just right here at the start, unless they want to add it in later for some reason. Because I noticed, reading it, there was an entire chapter that was not even in the anime. It was chapter 48 or something. It's they went from anime wise, they went from 47 to 49. I'm like, that's kind of random. It's kind of weird. So
and that's what they may look at. They may cut things that may not seem as important.
Yeah, there was one thing that they cut that I really wish they didn't, just because it was kind of funny in the manga where it was, and it would have been at the beginning of season 2. It would have happened in one of these first 2 episodes. It was whenever the two of them were standing outside their apartments because they're right beside each other, whatever. And he was giving her money, for the renting thing, right? And it just so happened his dad was nearby walking and saw it. And when he went and confronted Kazuya about it, the next day, and he brought it up, Kazuya's like, "Oh fuck, I'm busted. Oh fuck." And he's just like, "Why were you borrowing money from her?" Thinking Kazuya's the bum. And gave Kazuya a shit ton of money. He's like, "You pay her back immediately." So that didn't make it unless they would have added in later. You know what I mean? So I don't know.
See, you and me would never have an interaction like that.
That's true.
Because if either of us saw that, we would just assume, "Are you buying women, son?"
Oh, that's fair. That's fair. No, I mean it is a fun watch. I mean, it's a fun watch. I'm enjoying it. It's one of those ones where it's literally, guys, you got to turn your brain off and just go. Because there's so many things that you can point out where it's all right, well, that would never happen. That's fucking stupid. That makes no sense. There's so many of those moments, but it's just just turn your brain off, have a good time. That's what it is. Speaking of turning your brain off, having a good time, how's Meme Quest?
Okay.
I already feel the defeat radiating off of you.
Okay. So I got to mention last week's episode just briefly because all that episode was, besides giving people screenshots of Princess Leona wrapped up in tentacles, was Dai coming to the realization that my father's not dead. He's inside me. His power literally came inside me. And now I have...
Bad choice of words.
Now I have dual Dragon Quests on each fist.
Oh, God.
So now he has 2 Dragon Quests, 1 for each fist. And he ends the useless side character with their series version of a Kamehameha.
Okay.
Which I forget what they call it, but it's just a giant aura beam.
Right.
Destroys a part of the palace. Everything's just power. Next episode. Everyone feels the blast. The heroes party is still fighting Mr. Vern, and they come to the realization, we're not hurting Mr. Vern. And Mr. Ver's like, no, you're not. So we're gonna win. So I'm gonna win this eventually because you're not hurting me. And as goes to make himself a sacrifice and just like, I'll distract him. You do whatever you need to do so you can defeat him. He goes, fingers of death are going towards him. Pop is naturally saved by the B team. Crocodile, the mouse, the master with the bedsheet on over his head, and him show up, and him jumps in the way and saves Pop. He's just like, this is the second time I'm doing this for you. We need to stop this shit. And they have a nice little bonding moment of Ma'am, Pop, and Hyunkle being like, telling Hyunkle, we were worried about you. Can you stop doing this shit of almost dying?
Yeah, stop almost dying, please.
And all that, and then they all stack up to fight Mr. Vern. As they were doing the show, I was like, the B team will defeat Mr. Vern. And they even have a moment where they're talking to Mr. Vern's like, he's been fighting all fucking day, and he's still going strong, and we're tired as fuck. And Mr. Vern's just like, yeah, I got it. Everyone on the ground starts celebrating because they see Dai's blast wave, and it's just like, he destroyed something important for to the palace, because it's sort of just chilling there now. It's not doing anything. Everyone's celebrating, and the older queen's just like, don't celebrate, you idiots. It doesn't mean he's defeated Vern. There's something still happening up there. Then we finally go to King Vern and Pop and Leona going to meet Vern. Finally, Leona for the first time, Dai the second time. But it's a weird moment because they jump out through the hole and everything, and it's just like, well, Dai, your blast destroyed all the stairs, and everybody's just like, don't worry, we can fly. Grabs her hand, flies up with Dragon Aura. I was like, what is this Peter Pan bullshit? And everything. And then even has a weirder moment where they fly up through the hole the first time. She's like, well, he's not here. He's like, well, there's more floors, Leona. Grabs her hand again, flies up more. I'm like, what the fuck?
Just keep going.
They finally reach the top, and the place is destroyed. And Leona's like, you think the blast killed him? And Dai's just like, no, it couldn't have killed him with Vern. This couldn't have killed him. And there's this big giant pile of rocks. And he's just like, you're right, blast. I was like, why are you just hiding underneath the rocks, man? You're the big bad. We know you're not dead, but you're just chilling under the rocks waiting for like, okay, they're there. Leona, watch out. This series kills me.
I hope it's almost over.
I don't fucking know.
I'm gonna look while you're talking.
And like, so they had the whole meeting and everything, and Leona's just like, this is King Vern, and Dai's just like, oh no, he wasn't serious last time. This is him at full power. Even with my 2 Dragon Crests, can I beat him? And then, since we haven't had it, King Vern decides he has to be the old sage of the series, and he goes, let me guess what you're thinking, Dai. You're thinking, can I defeat him with his 2 Dragon Quests when he's now just showing his true power? But here's the thing, Dai. I'm not scared of anything in this world besides you and your unpredictability, because you now have 2 Dragon Crest. You had your 1 crest, which was your power, but now you have the 2nd Dragon Crest, which was a Dragon Crest that disappears whenever the Dragon Knight dies and passes on to the next Dragon Knight, building up all the experience and years of all the previous Dragon Knights. So now that crest has come to you. So you now have all the past experience and combat expertise of all these past Dragon Knights before you. And that worries me, Dai. So I have to just complete and utterly annihilate you here. And then attacks. After going through this whole spiel for Dai, is like, guess you do have enough power to probably kill me. So I need to kill you here now. And Dai going, oh. Does some dodging crap and does some stuff, but he's still having this whole fear of just like, he blocked my magic. He destroyed my other sword. What do I do? Leona just going, punch him! And I'm going, oh. Okay. He charges him, does a dodge. He dodges instead of just hitting him in the stomach like you would normal think. Instead, he dodges, jumps, double backhand him in the back of the neck. And getting a nice out of King Vern and everything. They reset, and Vern's just like, it's already started. His unpredictability. None of him or his party members has shown such inventiveness. I have to kill him now. And that's how the episode ends, so.
Still no confirmed episode amount.
Fuck!
It just says unknown amount, and you're getting episode 86 here soon. So watch it go to like just a clean 100.
If it does, fucking hell.
I'm telling you, man, I will take that thing off the script for fall.
It's too far.
I'll take it off.
Because we at least have 2 big fights. We still have the B team fighting Mystavern and beating Mystavern somehow through magical means. And then I assume this entire time, Varn and Dai is going to be fighting through that whole length of battle.
Right.
And then I assume Leona is going to get fucked over in some point by getting smacked. She's going to jump in the way to help Dai at a pivotal moment. And Dai's going to go have a... Leona, power up!
I'll take it off the script.
It's too far.
Once we get to fall.
It's too far.
Look, if it comes fall and it's
It
still
is
going,
too far.
Listen, we have too big of a lineup
I
for
don't
fall.
fucking care.
We have too big of a lineup.
2 years.
I know. Also, here's a random thing for you.
Okay.
I want to throw this out there before I forget it because you mentioned it. Did you see the most idiotic argument going on Twitter? That someone put up a tweet and they were dead ass serious, and there were people commenting dead ass serious where the post was that Luffy's Red Rock has now become more iconic than the Kamehameha. Did you see that shit?
Why would someone say that?
Right? Like, dude, I saw someone quote tweet. It's just like, bro, my grandma knows what the Kamehameha is. Like, what do you mean? Everyone knows what the Kamehameha is. Did you know what Red Rock was?
I mean, you said it, and it took me a moment. What the fuck's the Red Rock? Then it came to me. It's like, that's what the Red Rock is.
Yeah, it's like late series when he starts using Red Rock, you know. But yeah, like that was actually something someone threw out there, and they're only saying it because of how like awesome like the episode was where he Red Rocked Kaido, because that was obviously a beautiful animated moment. But like, you're gonna say Goku was a goddamn mascot or whatever, a representative for the Tokyo like Olympic Games. Like Dragon Ball is like the most iconic series in the world. What do you mean?
I mean, he just threw it out there because he believed that, and then he got what he needed is just everyone being.
He got interaction.
Yeah,
he did his job. He got interaction.
He did his job. Whether he cared if he ever got interaction, he got it for throwing out that comment that he thought was. And as far as we're concerned, he very much believes that. I mean,
that is his fact. That is his canon.
And it was just a wild enough idea that other people went, "The fuck
is wrong with you?" All right, let's hop into summertime rendering because, man, these 2 episodes were awesome.
All right, people, if you don't care about this, you're going to need to skip to like the next 45 minutes of the video.
No, hold on now. All right, so to start off with 12, just kind of quickly set the scene. So we're still down in the cave, right?
With the babies?
Yes, there is like a couple of the big babies there. Yes. There is, the antagonist. Her name is. We finally get a character name for her because like she has not had a name yet. It's just Heine is her name, or Haney, Heine. I think Haney.
That's still as bad as granola.
Granola, yeah. Heine, maybe. I don't know. Anyway, we'll call
Heidi Klum.
Yeah, we'll just call her Heine. So we finally get a character name for this antagonist, the little girl who's like the creator of all the shadows. She's super weak, whatever. She can't leave this area. So like you see like the big shadow up on the wall which allows her to be like she's the one that's in the Shiroi little girl form running around the island. That's how they didn't kill her in the first place. So we're still in that situation. This loop is fucked. Shinpei knows the loop is fucked. He's just trying to get all the information that he can. That's all he's trying to do at this point. And this episode delivered in just like terms of like the brutality of this series. Like it did. It had a lot of awesome shots where it's just like, oh my God. Because literally everyone died. Everyone that was down there, everyone died. Because, we get the big reveal like the previous episode that I already talked about where it's like Toriko, I think's her name. That's the sister for Sal, where she's actually been working with the shadows all along, and Sal's father is in on it. Sal's the one that's left out. He had no idea. And you do get to find out why in episode 12, where their mom is dead and Sal had no idea. The mom that he's known has been a shadow the entire time.
His entire life?
Yep.
Damn.
Yep. She died to cancer. And Haney basically promised to bring her mom back, which she can't actually do, but she lied as if she could.
She can give a form.
Yeah, basically. Yeah, but she said that she could actually bring her back to life if you just do my bidding, make sure I get fed, fed by people, of course. And obviously the big summer festival is her getting completely fed, right? Because we already saw that in episode 5 where everyone fucking died across the island. Basically do my bidding, I'll bring your mom back to life. Obviously that's obviously a massive lie. But the family believed it this entire time. But that was kind of like a oh damn situation of where it's just like South, finds out that the mom that he's known has been a shadow his entire life. Like goddamn, talk about just like an on the moment fuck sort of moment, right? And then it's kind of it comes feeding time where it's like, you remember when I mentioned there was that one random like almost out of place scene of like the doctor with the the dead body, whatever. So that kind of comes into play here where you see like the dead bodies being brought to Heine for feeding time. One of them happens to be Urshiro's dead body. It didn't get cremated. They cremated another body. They saved her body for this feeding. Which is great because that allows Shadow Urshiro,
to regain functionality.
The arm, regain the arm, correct? Because she, right before she goes to eat Urshiro's body, Shadow Urshiro comes in, saves the day. Swoops around, Sonic the Hedgehog style. Really, no, I'd say more Shadow the Hedgehog style. She kind of skates. She kind of skates on her shadows.
Okay.
It's a skate, shadow. Anyway, so she ends up taking the body, which allows her to regain her arm. And it's kind of like a big fight that kind of breaks out because that perv cop also ends up coming down here as well. The big forearm buff shadow, which he still does not have a name. He has only been referred to as the
Goro.
Honestly, no, it's just forearm shadow, which in my opinion just makes me think of forearms from Ben 10. Because he even has like the 4 eyes and everything. So I was like, this is literally just like a shadow dark version of forearms from Ben 10, 100%.
See, my first go-to is actually Goro.
Right. I mean, Goro's a good guess. So forearm shadow, that's the big buff one, of course. He comes into play here. We already kind of got to see the situation with Hizuru, or who's in currently possession of Renosuke, whatever, who got shot in the liver, and he's basically kind of fading in and out. Perv cop finds him. He basically asks the perv cop, like, hey, help me get further into the cave. And Perv's like, oh, fuck that, but okay. So they end up coming into the situation as well. And from here on out, like, it just gets very brutal, where once Heidi kind of pulls the curtain out from underneath the sister, it's like, yeah, your family's done great, but we really don't need you anymore. So then, the Forearms goes to shoot her. Sal jumps in the way. He gets shot. He dies. Then she gets shot in the head. She dies. Then Perv Cop comes in. He gets shot in the head. He dies. Hizuru's up on a balcony. She fires a few shots, because Shinpei is currently kind of like, set off to the side and getting kind of fucked. At this point in this loop, they've already established that he is a time traveler, so she knows. Showing her last bullet, she's trying to go shoot Shinpei because it's kind of over. Then she gets shot, and you get a brutal, awesome shot of where she's still just standing there, and her entire eye is just a hole where she just gets shot. And then she just falls backwards, falls off the balcony. Awesome shot. Shinpei's got the nail gun once thing kind of goes into action and tries to shoot Haney as well. That's when I sent you the screenshot. Yeah, where he gets hit, like, it's a brutal shot. If you pause it perfectly, it looks awesome. Where he's holding the nail gun and his hand just gets sliced, and you just see it just start to slide apart. Like, if you pause it, you can see where it just slides apart, and then, like, it just drops down to the ground, and all of his fingers are just little nubs, and he just falls down to the ground, just looking at it, and he starts just like, just screaming, whatever. And Heine tries to steal his eye back, right? Which is her eye to begin with. So you get a nice gruesome shot of him missing an eye, and it's just getting like Naruto style to pull it out of his head, because in Naruto they just pull out eyes as if it's like fucking candy.
Yes.
Same thing here. But then once she does, she's just like, oh, apparently I can't do that. And then the eye just appears back in his head, because like that time travel, that looping powers, it's now tied to Shinpei. So she can't take that back from him. So he's just got it, because she did try to steal it just then. Urshiro being this defective shadow, she does like some weird corruption thing, you see like black corruption marks all coming up on the shadow Urshiro, where she's trying to basically completely destroy those memories. It's like, you are an annoyance. You are corrupted. I'm done with you. But then Urshiro somehow starts reversing it, where she starts to now fuck with Heine and fucking up Heine in this whole situation. And Urshiro's to the point where she's battling forearms, which has some beautiful animated shots, by the way. Like legit, like some level, like some sort of like camera work that you would expect from like some high level action series.
Yeah.
You know, same sort of awesome camera work happening in this cave. It was so cool. And then, meanwhile, they're all trying to make the Forearm Shadow is trying to make sure Shinpei doesn't die in the situation. Ursho tried to kill him, didn't work. And then Shinpei just happened to get a perfect moment where he started drinking a bunch of something. I don't remember what it was, but there was a flashback
Rogue
scene.
energy.
Yes, Rogue Energy. Pick up your Rogue. Promo code Sparky30 for 10% off. Use a referral link down below. But there was a shot earlier on where he was talking to Sal with He's like, how much of this would fuck me up? And Sal's like, dude, even like one drip would cause some serious damage to you. I mean, if you drank the whole thing, it would probably kill you very, very quickly. So he got that moment to basically commit suicide and in this loop. And there was nothing they could do about it, where they're just like the forearms and Heine's just like, fuck. It's like, well, nothing we can do now. It's like, I'm going to fucking get you, you son of a bitch. And the episode ends in, as I've already kind of talked about, every time he loops, he loses time, right? And in my opinion, he lost a lot of time this time around, because once he comes back into it, it's when he's talking to Hizuru and Nezu, the old man, as he's doing that, because in this loop, you actually get to see the Shadow Ursho loop with him this time. So like when he wakes up and wakes up in the conversation where he's like, so you're a time traveler, and he wakes up and he's like, oh fuck, what the fuck, what's going on? As he's doing that, you just see out of nowhere, you just see Ursula just appear right beside him because she looped with him. So kick off with the next episode, which also, like I mentioned earlier, new opening. It's great. It's awesome. Where they say that, yeah, we just got back from the future. Hizuru asks, like, what happened to me? I died, right? It's like, yep, you died. Hizuru's like, what went wrong? Where do you think things went wrong? And he's just like, in that loop, we stopped working together. Because, he was working with Ursho the Shadow, and they were like, nah, fuck this. So he's just like, I want us to work together in this loop. So also, note, we are now on the 5th loop in episode 13. 5th loop is what we're starting. It lasted 14 minutes. It did not last long at all, because it's like, all right, cool, let's work together. Let's formulate a plan. Let's mention Haney, whatever. Apparently Haney, whatever, is actually the one that killed Renosuke, you find out. Because Shinpei flat asked, like, was Haney the one that killed him? And, Haney, I'm assuming, and this will get explored in episode 14, because it ended with this for this episode, where Haney was actually just a normal person, normal little girl, and who was friends with Hizuru. Hizuru and Haney, I still don't know. They were friends, but she was the one that killed Renosuke all those years ago, because you're getting backstory now in this episode. But as for this loop ending, so where we are in this loop is they are going to the little girl's house, who the whole family is Shadows, mom, dad, and little girl. Little girl, of course, now we know is Heine. And this was the big climax scene of where Renosuke takes over the body, goes in, starts fucking up some Shadows. Little girl escapes. They thought they killed her. That whole sequence, right? So sequence starts out the same. Renosuke kind of walks up the stairs, walks in with his briefcase. You see the same shot from before where he takes the hammer and smacks the mom in the face. Mom's gonna, dead at this point, and then it shoots back to Shinpei and Nezu, and Urshiro's there as well. She's disguising herself as a watch. She pops out as a watch, whatever, blah blah, and creates. They got the nail guns and everything. They're ready to go. And Shinpei's just like, okay, yeah. She, Renosuke's been in there for about I think it was 5 minutes now. So here in 2 more minutes, Shira's gonna escape through this window. That's when Nezu, you're going to shoot 3 times, but you're going to miss the 3rd shot. So this is what I would do to not miss the 3rd shot. And then after you miss the 3rd shot is when I caught Shira over there by that green banner, basically replaying this is everything that happened. And as he's doing it, next thing you know, you just see Renosuke get thrown out the 2-story window, hit the ground. He's missing an arm. He looks over, he's like, run. This is not the 22nd that you remembered. As he finished saying that line, his same sledgehammer, he just gets bopped on the head, his head crushed. And there's the Forearm Shadow. So it's like, oh, so this one's already fucked. Nezu starts firing some shots, whatever. They fire almost like a cage of shadows and pierces him straight through the face. Brutal shot there. So this loop is already brutally fucked. You see the little girl in forearms, and little girl is just starts talking to Shinpei. She's like, do you remember what I told you? And then it flashes back to that scene at the ocean, right? Where, they were doing this whole flashback scene of Ursho's memory and the little girl grabbed Shinpei and left the black mark on the arm. So it shoots back to that where you see Shiroi grabbing Shinpei's arm and leaving the black mark, and all she says is, "Found you." So now with this black mark on his arm, he's tagged essentially. So Heine essentially loops with him now. So this has got a lot more complicated. So, she looping with him, everything that that kind of happens does, she now knows as well, instead of kind of going in blind. So things are about to get a lot more complicated. And this loop ended very quickly because as Shinpei is about to get fucked, Ursho quickly, or Shinpei is going to essentially get captured, obviously.
Yeah.
Because again, they don't want him looping. Ursho manages to quickly slice his head off. So this loop ends in like 14 minutes. Like it ended quick in the episode. But then when they come back, they are outside of his house, right? And it's raining, and they're very confused. And even I was confused as the viewer. I'm like, where the fuck they loop to? Like, how much time they lose? And then even Shinpei's just like, when were we here? Like, I don't remember it raining. When were we ever here? So somehow, some way, with this loop, they are now like viewing the past in like a ghost form, essentially, because like once they realize they see like a teenage Hizuru walking by with, you get to see Renosuke for the first time, the brother, so they are currently viewing the past and viewing kind of what happened to them, which is kind of what I mentioned where like the episode ended, where Hizuru's going to visit Heine in that hospital, the abandoned one that they went to before, where all the shit popped off. That is currently where she's at in Sal's family's hospital.
Gotcha.
So we're getting some backstory now, and I'm assuming next episode we actually get to see like Renosuke get murdered, get strangled, and just kind of further see this backstory. But then I'm kind of curious how this even came about, where they die to do this loop, and him and Ursho both are now like viewing the past as ghosts, because like no one can hear him, no one can see him, they can walk through walls, disappear, and fly. He's much what you need from the other guy. Shout out Danny Phantom. And so I'm curious how we got here. You know what I mean? Why this happened in this loop, after he died. But no, these episodes have been absolute fire. Favorite episodes of the week for sure, hands down, no contest. Absolutely incredible. And like I said earlier, it is such a damn shame this show is locked behind Disney Plus and like China only. Like, that is such a shame, bro. It's so good. Everyone should watch this show once it becomes available naturally, or just find a way to watch it online like I did. But I always say support the official release. Anyway, favorite episode of the week for you?
Overlord.
That's fair. All right, let's jump into the manga, which we got a funny one here in a minute. It's that time again, ladies and gentlemen. All right, so shout out to One Piece coming back next week, I believe, is its return. Shout out to that, which I still think the way that Oda went on a break was incredible. Such an incredible last page with just a bombshell of a thing with the new warlords, And it's just like, peace, I'm going on like a month break. Perfect. My Hero was on a break this week, so Black Clover's still on a break. I did see that Black Clover, I think, is coming back at the end of August. So we're getting there. It's almost here.
I'm going to be honest, I don't remember what was happening in Black Clover.
I don't remember either.
I know they finished the fights with the current big bads, only for one more to show up. So
yeah, okay. JJK 190. I'm still not caught up.
Maki made a reappearance.
Oh, that's good. Everyone loves Maki.
Panda's now a cuddly panda. He's like this size.
Oh, that's adorable. I'm here for that.
Yeah. I still don't know what the fuck's going on.
That's fair. So no rating?
7.
Okay. Mission Score Family 137. I'd give this one an 8. I like the direction that we're going right now. Undead Unluck 118. I would probably give this one an 8 as well. Actually, I did like the ending quite a bit. The ending was pretty solid. I'd give this one a 9, actually. Undead Unluck's pretty solid right now with popping off. Mashle 115.
7.
7 as well. Sakamoto Day 78.
I'll give it a 7.
I'll give it a 7 as well. And I don't want to sound weird, but I would bang Sakamoto. I'm gonna throw that out there.
Do you mean his wife?
Huh?
Do you mean his wife? Because that's his wife he's been transformed into. He's been disguised as.
I didn't realize that. I didn't put 2 and 2 together. Then yes.
He literally says it.
Does he? I wasn't paying attention.
Because he notes everyone who has lustful eyes at him, because he's like, I'm going to kill everyone who looks at my wife this way.
I didn't notice that. I didn't pay attention to that. Anyway, moving on. Elusive Samurai Chapter 70. Still not caught up on this one either.
I give it an 8. It was a nice pivotal moment, and I just like because the opening page, it was MC and one of his retainers, and the C about to fight Koro Sensei from Assassination Classroom.
What? Okay.
Yeah, you need to just go see it because they're swimming underneath the ocean. They're just heading towards Kuro Sensei, just smiling with his tentacles, ready to fight.
What?
It's a very Kuro Sensei thing.
That's incredible. Okay. Blue Box, Chapter 60.
I'll give it a 9.
I'll give it a 9 as well. Blue Box is so good, bro.
Blue Box is good.
P6, Chapter 40.
8.
Akane-Banashi, Chapter 21.
7.
It's time, ladies and gentlemen. It's time. The series that created an effect button for us here on this show.
And with the return, Chainsaw Man, Part 2, our rating, officially, without a doubt, on the first chapter is... What the is this chapter? What the fuck happened?
Bro, what is happening? Oh my god. This series is so bizarre.
I mean, the art looked fantastic.
It was incredible art as always. But Jesus Christ.
How much time has passed?
That is true. How much time? Because like apparently, Chainsaw Man's like a national phenomenon, which he already kind of became one, obviously.
He has Chainsaw Man buns.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, the Chainsaw Man burgers. Yeah. Jesus Christ, what the fuck was this chapter?
They have collectible stickers in them.
Yep.
For anyone who doesn't know, we're not even following freaking Denji. It's some other girl who apparently had a really rough life and didn't learn the meaning of friendship until a devil chicken became friends with the class. And then she bonded with a devil.
There's no way her falling on a chicken like that created that much damage to the chicken.
Yeah.
There's no way.
She bonded with the devil and just fucking lollipop chainsawed that shit and pulled his spine out to use as a sword.
Well, out of the teacher.
Pulled his spine out
Yes.
to use as a sword. It doesn't fucking matter who it was.
Yeah, and now like she's like what, the war devil is what it was or
yeah,
something
she's bonded with the devil of war, yes.
Yeah, and so where she can basically like pull, like I said, like Zach said, pull the spine out of a person and it becomes a sword. Like what the fuck?
It didn't go into specifics, but as far as we know, she can take body parts and turn them into weapons as long as they're used for war.
Okay. What the fuck is that?
What the is this chapter?
Chainsaw Man created that effect for us.
The best part of this chapter was the antagonist girl who's just like, I bonded with the devil of justice. I'm gonna kill you. He loves you, but he fucks me.
Yeah, that is so true. That came out of nowhere. She's like, meanwhile, while the teacher's fucking me, she's like, what? Excuse me? Can you repeat that, please? It's like, did I hear that right? Like,
what the
like, what? Like, bro. Man, Jesus Christ.
Just out of left field.
Man, it was.
Oh, man.
Chainsaw Man is...
And then we got a good part where the devil of war wants to go after Denji because of the nuclear weapon devil being dead, and apparently Denji, I assume, consumed her some point, which I guess I missed that during the whole first part.
That or we don't remember it, or it just happened.
Because I remember the nuclear weapon girl.
Okay.
Because she was a boss.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I remember
And
that.
she had the whole cover page where she was nude with some very strategically placed stuff.
Yeah, I remember now.
But yeah, I guess because she's gone, he can't make nuclear weapons, as I'm assuming.
Chainsaw Man is just wild, dude. I want to stress, it is not peak fiction. It's just an entertaining ride. People that call it peak fiction, like, I don't know.
We had 20 chapters of where I don't even know what the fuck the art's doing.
Yeah, dude, I don't know.
It's still entertaining series.
It's entertaining, yeah. But I don't know. I give this one probably like an 8. I'll give it an 8. Mostly because of the he's fucking me thing. That was out of left field. So I'll give it an 8 for that.
I'm going to stick with what the fuck.
Fair enough. Kaiju number 866. I actually forgot to read this one.
It didn't come out.
Yeah, it is.
Did it?
Yeah.
I didn't see it.
It came out last week. It came out during our break week.
Oh, that's why.
Yeah. It came out during our break week.
I don't remember if I read that or not.
Yeah, it's out. Yeah, okay. Now we'll move on then. Let's see. Tokyo Revengers 261.
I'll give it a 7.
I'll give it an 8. Shout out to the captain, not captain, or new leader of the division. Shout out to him from a couple weeks ago. You know, him popping into the fight. That was pretty dope. I'm a big fan of that. So from what I saw, Rent-A-Girlfriend, I guess, was on a break because I did not find 244. I checked like 3 different sites. So 243 is what came out last week. So 243, I'd give like a 7. I also want to say that I'm assuming I haven't seen some official announcement. Maybe I need to look for it, but I'm assuming Crunchyroll manga is officially dead.
Oof.
Because it is like a month behind now on updating for Eden Zero and Seven Deadly.
Dang.
Yeah, because after I was kind of confused, like if everything was on a break, it still is not updated. So I guess they're just done with Crunchyroll manga, which wouldn't surprise me. I feel like that probably wasn't a banger of a application Crunchyroll was doing. I feel like it wasn't. I know there is another way to read Eden Zero weekly on officially, but I don't remember what it is. It might be Comixology from Amazon. It might be them, but there is another way to read Eden Zero with an official release, but I don't remember what it is. But anyway, Eden Zero 199.
I give it a
Mothers.
hit the button.
What the is this chapter?
Mothers.
So Ziggy has a mother fetish.
Yep.
And it's not like the traditional mother fetish like MILFs. It's like, oh, they're a mother? I'm going to strip them and stick them in a vat full of water.
Basically. Also, what the fuck's up with that character's name that was real? I'm not going to spoil the character's relation to whoever, but like I saw that name. It was like, what, Saint Fire?
Yeah.
I'm like, what kind of name is that?
It's like fucking badass. I mean, I assume she's going to...
Whatever.
I assume she's going to pop out of the glass and just... Holy flame! Holy flame! Flame!
Stop. No, I'll agree with the what the fuck's this chapter. I'll probably give it like a 6, honestly.
It was interesting with the whole sister and clown fight.
That's true.
Then it just did a whole fucking 180 of going. Ziggy's like, mother energy.
Also, speaking of the sister and clown fight, massive shout out to when the clown was just like, yeah, Rebecca already went through this, and the sister's like,
that's hot.
Yeah, thinking about it, where sister's like, oh, this is turning me on thinking about it.
And that fight ended in true sister fashion. I couldn't be angry at that fight.
Yeah, true. Where she got like a full like BDSM garb. She's like, I'm going to make your life miserable, big guy.
You're in prison to be my toy.
Yeah. Love sister, bro. No, I'd give 199 like a 6, though. I mean, it's
I'd give it a 7.
Seven Deadly Sins, 4 Nights of the Apocalypse. Okay, so found out that I just lost his name. Tristan, Meliodas' son.
Okay.
Found out that he is one of those characters that absolutely just in all shapes and forms just brutally adores his mother. So he's one of those characters, because like whenever he used some of like his holy powers, because we're fighting currently like a chaos informed version of a couple of the commandments, right? Where she's just like, oh, you have the same powers as that, whatever her nickname was, Elizabeth's nickname, I don't remember. It's just like something like that, and then it's like the next shot was Trish, oh, I know, it's Mom's so great, right? And he's just like, oh, would you mind telling me a little bit about Mom during that time? She won't really talk about it, but Mom's just so great, so I really want to know more about it. Like over the top, just a mother lover.
Because I could only assume when Trish was growing up, Meliodas was like, and your mother, she had this fantastic figure back there. Like, it was just straight bombing.
Yeah, exactly. So I did find that pretty humorous. He also used some of his demon magic in this one, and this is kind of an interesting little like quick comment where he made where he said he doesn't really like using that power. So I'm kind of wondering if there's like some sort of rift between him and Tristan, because like the little bit of interaction that we've seen here and there, like the end of the Seven Deadly Sins manga, and like in some of the upcoming material, like that fucking CGI movie he's getting on Netflix or whatever.
Yeah.
Like the interactions seem positive between them, and like I feel like with where it is like in the kingdom, I feel like they're on good terms. But like I don't know, that was kind of like a. Maybe it's just because of how much of a mother lover he is. Like, he doesn't like using his dad's powers. But I thought that was kind of an interesting little one-off comment. I don't feel like there's any hatred behind it, kind of like a Todoroki and Endeavor sort of thing.
Yeah.
But I did find that kind of an interesting little comment there. But I'd give this chapter probably like probably an 8. 8's pretty solid. Unordinary, 267.
I'll give it a 7.
I'll give it a 7 as well. True Beauty, 214. We're kind of just roping back some previous plot lines that we had with a psycho stalker. It's time to give my dog his medicine. I'd give it like a 7. Weak Hero 198.
I'll give it an 8.
I'll give it an 8 as well. Eleceed 177.
I'll give it a 9.
Okay. Let's Play 172. I would give this one a 9. Yeah. Maybe a 10. No, 9. Thinking 9. Because like up into this point, like Charles, who's like Sam's like main lover currently, right? He's been like I know you don't know who this is. I'm speaking to the people who may know who this is. He's been very guarded the entire time, and you see it throughout the whole series where he notices that he's starting to like really kind of emotionally feel for Sam, right? But he continues to pull himself back, and you've seen glimpses of why, where he was married at one point. He got home early one day. He heard his wife fucking someone else. He walked in on them having sex, on her having an affair. That's his backstory, right? But like the backstory that we've gotten has always ended with him approaching the bedroom door. Like it's as much as you've ever seen. So this time you actually get to see what happens when he opens the door, which still cuts off pretty quickly. But the fucking big plot twist in this, in my opinion, is apparently his wife was fucking pregnant. Yeah, because like because like the shot that you see when he opens the door is her on top of the other guy, and she has a pregnant belly. So it's just like, damn, this dude's really fucked up. But like again, with him being so fucked up from like the PTSD that you see time and time again, where he refuses to get too close to Sam, right? Where anytime he has like those moments of like remembering this, like he just hits up like a booty call, whether it be like Marshall's sister at one point, they had a thing going on, or now Sam. So he wakes up pretty late at night from a nightmare from this, and texts Sam to ask to come over, but instead of coming over just to fuck, he comes over for comfort. So it's like a big character development moment for him. I'm still pushing Sam and Marshall though. That is my ship. That is my ship though. But still, this is a pretty big moment. So I'll give it a 9. This is a long-term build-up of waiting for this moment of where he's starting to kind of potentially open up more. Sub-Zero 145. I would give this one a 7. Down to Earth 104. I'd give this one an 8. Suitor Armor 72. Give this one a 7. Mage and Demon Queen
Return.
Let's go. This was a spicy chapter, if you know what I mean. Wink. In fact, the author, when she posts on Twitter that the new chapter, she put up one shot of the two of them in a very, spicy way. And she said, "New chapter, bye." It was great. It was great, bro. I'd give this one a 9. And then Reunion chapter 22, I'd give this one a 7. Favorite chapter of the week?
Eleceed.
Tough. I'm going to say Let's Play. Let's Play was pretty solid. I enjoyed that one this week a lot. Yeah, I think that's it now, right? Anything else? Yeah, that's it?
Yeah, that would be it.
Okay, cool. Hit everything. I guess last thoughts time. Hit the music, last thoughts. Have our plug. A little too loud. That's better. I had it loud for the effects. So anyway, last thoughts.
Like, comment, subscribe, rate, whatever your platform allows. It does help. If you're watching this on YouTube, you can hit that subscribe button if you like what's going on. Help us build that community. And you can also hit the bell and let you know when any video goes up. Thank you.
Do everything he said and more. And make sure to also check out some Rogue Energy. Use our referral link down below. Promo code Sparky3 to get 10% off your order. Check out a starter kit. Definitely let us know in the comments your thoughts if you end up picking it up. We love it. It's absolutely great. Also check out Swift Grips if you are a gamer. You have sweaty hands like me, and you would be excellent with Bakugo's Quirk. Pick up Swift Grip. They're really cheap, bro. They're like $2 for some grips, multiple colors for Xbox and PlayStation. You can use promo code GameStatic for 10% off, and use our referral link down below with Red Dragon and pick up some new computer stuff if you need a new mouse, keyboard, headset, whatever, mouse pad, speakers, lots of different stuff with Red Dragon. Like I said, I've been using them for years before this partnership. I love Red Dragon to death. So definitely pick up Red Dragon, use the referral link and promo code GameStatic for 10% off your order there. Join the website, Sparky3.com, merch store, Sparky3shop.com. Join the Discord and check out the other shows, GameStatic, Terrible Football Show, which come back, talking movie stuff, Spark Park. I think that's it. Until next time, guys. See you. Bye.